Okay, this exercise goes through the steps required to take out an archway that's going skew way through a wall, we'll say. Here is a horizontal section, or plan view if you like, of that wall, and you can see the reveals of the wall are at an angle, and for the purpose of this exercise we'll say it's 60-degree angle. You'll see elevation view coming up here now as well of that same wall, and springing from the springing line here, you're going to have an archway coming up around here back down to here, and you'll also have an auxiliary view here of the actual arch that's required to go through, and that's the auxiliary view just coming up there now on top of the screen, and that shows a segmental archway which is less than a semicircular archway. And if you look here, the rise of that arch then is going to be from the springing line up to the top of the arch, centered on the span line, and your span line is going from here to here for that arch. Now down here, that rise line of the arch is going to be the same place centered on the span line on this surface of the wall, and they'll both be the same height. But the span line of the arch, whatever distance it is here, it's definitely going to be longer here, because the fact that it's going skew ways through the wall. So that's two lines will be drawn later on as we're going through this exercise and developing this archway. So next we're going to divide this curve from here to here as to get rise points on this curve, which we'll use later on down here. So to start, I just put the point of my compass here and stretch out the compass to any particular radius once it goes a bit more than halfway to this point here, and draw curves, a bisecting curve, and then put the point of your compass here and do the same from the opposite direction. And where those two curves meet, we have a bisecting curve. Join that point into here, as it's going to be animated now, and then we'll do the same again then to the remaining sector here, just so as we get 1, 2, 3, 4 even steps from the top of the rise line down to here. And I'm just going to play on the animation there now, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's the line shooting down to the center point of the curve, or the archway, and then you'll see the next from here to here was bisected again, and then from here to here has just been bisected there. So there's your rise line in dark green, and there's the other rise points coming into play there. They're all in green. So you have 4 green rise lines drawn there, and those 4 same lines will be now brought down here, but they'll be spread further apart than what they are here. Each one of them will be stretched out, because remember this span line down here is longer, so consequently this will have to stretch out longer as well to match up. So you'll see that as the animation progresses here now, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we've projected those lines down there now. You can see them being projected down there now, and it's been projected onto the full front face of the wall here. So there's the front face of the wall there, that line, and those lines are coming down onto it, and you'll see them bounce straight up then onto the elevation view of the wall. If you watch the elevation here, yeah, and the animation I should say, yeah. So there's your lines bouncing up straight now, and you can see those green lines reappearing again, but further spread apart now. And once you have those rise points, we're going to join those tops of those rise lines all the way up to until we're halfway across the span, which is there. And we could go through the same steps then for the other half, the remaining half of the archway, but you can short circuit that if you like by taking this distance from here to here and just continue the line out and cutting it off with your compass, and that's the corresponding point on the other half. And same here, whatever distance that is from there to there, just continue on with a line and go the same distance to the other side, and that's going to be animated here right now. So that'll speed up the process if you want, rather than going through all these steps of projecting down these lines on the other half of your archway here. So I'll do that now, let the animation play there, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So there's the lines going across. So there you are now. So whatever distance that is from there to there, from the highest rise, the center rise line, keep the same distance this way, and then we're going to just join those points then. That'll be the other half of our archway, and there she goes. There's the other half, and this is drawn on the front face of the wall, by the way. That's this face, this surface, because for this exercise we'll also need to draw the shape of the back surface, and you'll see that animated now. And the point to what I remember here is this: you're drawing the exact same shape on the back surface, just that it's shifted to the right, looking at the screen. So instead of starting here, you're going to be starting here, so that everything else gets shifted the same distance to the right to get the same archer. So we land here back on the other surface of the wall, the inner surface that we can see from this side. That'll finish there. So I'll just play the animation there and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's the inner surface of the wall there, that line. So we're going to continue down to there. Again, we'll just project them lines down there and bounce straight off there. And again, it's the same rise lines, just so they've been shifted in that distance I mentioned earlier on. So you can see everything has moved from there, that distance inwards, from here to here. So all those lines, those green lines, have shifted by that much from there to there. That's the distance they've moved in by, to the right. So again, we're just drawing that center line. That's the main rise line there. The center rise line, and we're going the same distance the other side of it. We're doing a mirror image of the arch, in other words. And it should land down on that hidden detail reveal line on the right hand side there, as you'll see now, the animation. And because it's hidden detail, you see it's a broken line. That means it's on the far side, you can't see it anymore. And that's it then. That is the elevation view. So from the point of view of this exercise, the elevation view on that surface of that wall is now completed. So hopefully that's of use. Okay.